Welcome back. You join us again in this Temple of the Fire Lord, where the PCs have just been travelling down this small tunnel, and Gothram here managed to dispatch a Grimlock guard that was in the tunnel. He's continued along the passageway and is breaking out into this room where 5 Grimlocks are hiding. These Grimlocks have already been alerted, so therefore they are hiding. And Gothram is going to get a chance to spot them. If we quickly read the description of the room first. The narrow tunnel opens into another large room, similar to the first, with alcoves carved into the walls and low stone biers scattered around the room. The place has a rich, fetid smell. Now then, the Grimlocks normally have 6 to their hide, but they get a +10 bonus underground. We're going to see what the lowest result we get on our 5 checks is. 18, 9, 18, 19, and a 4. So even the lowest one is going to have a 20. We'll take a look at Gothram's spot, which is +7. So we're looking for 13 or more. He rolls an 18, so he does at the last minute spot one of them, so he won't be caught flat-footed. We'll roll initiative again, and we'll have to pay attention to light in this situation. Obviously, Gothram has dark vision, so no problem. But Akihito and Mirok won't be able to see anything at the moment. Even though Rinya has a light source, it's not going to illuminate much further than, this part of the corridor, because there is this small bit of wall jutting out, which is going to block some of the light, and though it might bounce off of here and go this way a little bit, it's not going to be very strong, so they're going to be unable to see anything in the room, so it's going to be important to get light into the room as quickly as possible. But anyway, Gothram is going to be aware. I suppose he was sort of prepared for some enemies in this area, having just fought that Grimlock as well. So let's roll for all of our initiatives. We'll start with the Grimlocks. They roll an 18, and they have an initiative of 1, so we're looking at 19 there. Akihito, he gets a 16 plus 5 for 21. Fenton, he gets 11 plus 1 for 12. Gothram, he gets a 4 plus 2 for 6. That's a shame. Mirok, he gets -3. He rolls 13, so he's on 10. Rinya, he gets a 9 plus 4 for 13. And finally, Valdis rolls a 14 plus 7, so he's on 21. So Valdis, Akihito, they're not aware of the situation exactly, but the Grimlocks will be able to attack first. So we'll presume that Gothram is in the room. Now, let's just check the rules, because though he's not flat-footed, the first round of combat is going to count as well, is it going to count as a surprise round? Let's take a look. So during the surprise round, but there is no surprise round, he's not surprised. First regular round, no, hold on, this is not the right thing I'm looking at here. Okay. So each combatant starts the battle flat-footed. Once a combatant acts, she or he is no longer flat-footed. The DM determines which characters are aware of their opponents at the start of the battle. If some, but not all of the combatants are aware of their opponents, a surprise round happens before regular rounds begin. The combatants who are aware of opponents can act in the surprise round, so they roll for initiative. In initiative order, highest to lowest, combatants who started the battle aware of their opponents each take a partial action during the surprise round. Combatants who are unaware do not get to act in the surprise round. If no one or everyone starts the battle aware, there is no surprise round. Combatants who have not yet rolled initiative do so after this. All combatants are now ready to begin their first regular round. Combatants act in initiative order. When everyone has had the turn, you go back again. So, as far as I can work out, Gothram is still going to be flat-footed in this case, which is not good for him. So, I guess 3 of the Grimlocks are going to go forward to attack. So, let's see. His flat-footed armor class is 13. They have +4 on their attacks. So we're looking at 9s. So 2 hits. And they will be dealing 1d8 + 2. This could be the end for Gothram, I would say. 16 damage. So he has been downed, and that is very bad. I think he's going to be soon dead. Rhenia will step forward to try and give it a little bit more light. Fenton, I guess he'll do a listen check to see if he can hear combat. He's rolled a 6. On his listen, he gets +3. So to hear battle is DC 0. Minus. So it's DC 6. So he should be able to hear it. I think in that case he'll probably make his way down the tunnel a little bit for some help. Mirok there. Now what's he going to do? What does he have at his... prepared spells? I mean, he might cast light, I think. That's going to be required for now to see what's going on. Yep, I think so, because he's not going to be able to see well enough. Although, let's see, he's got low light vision, so I mean, he might well be able to see what's going on. I suppose he'll probably come along here and try and attack this Grimlock with his mace. He gets +2 to hit. He only rolls a 5, so that's not going to be good enough. Gothram needs to save to stabilize. You're looking for a 0 here. No, that's a 4. So he's on... wrong character. So he's on -7 now. Not holding out much hope for Gothram here, to be honest. Valdis, I guess, will follow after Fenton, saying, hey, what's going on? And Akihito is going to try and push forward as well. I mean, I feel like if he pushes into the room like that, the the Grimlocks are going to get an attack of opportunity, so we'll maybe do 2 attacks at him. His armor class is 14 as well, very bad, so both of them hit. For 15 damage, which puts him on 0. Akihito, 0. This is a very tricky fight if you get jumped. Right, this one I guess is going to attack Mirok. He misses, only getting a 10, I think. Hold on, what is Mirok's armor class? Armor class 14, yep. And so I guess it's going to be 2 against Akihito. Surprisingly, both miss. Rinya can slowly walk in here, and I think that it's time that he does a spell of some sort. I mean, really the only thing that we've got going is Charm Person. Now these are monstrous humanoids, so I don't know if that's actually going to work. Let's have a quick look at the spell itself. Right, makes a humanoid of medium size. And they are monstrous humanoid. I guess it works. I didn't know there was such a thing as a monstrous humanoid, but maybe that's a 3rd edition thing. Okay, so no, I've lost the page now. For some reason, if I scroll up, it goes very quickly. Right, this if the creature is currently being threatened or attacked by you or your allies, however, it receives a +5 bonus on its saving throw. The spell does not enable you to control the charmed person as if it were an automaton, but he perceives your words and actions in the most favourable way. You can try to give the subject orders, but you must win an opposed charisma check to convince him to do anything he wouldn't ordinarily do. Retries are not allowed. A charmed person never obeys suicidal or obviously harmful orders, but he might believe you if you assured him that the only chance to save your life is for him to hold back an onrushing red dragon for just a few seconds. Any act by you or your apparent allies that threatens the charmed person breaks the spell. Note also that you must speak the person's language to communicate your commands, or else be good at pantomiming. So, I don't think that that's a suitable spell, really. I might take it off of the list of ones that he has prepared, potentially. And I guess we'll go for Grease instead. Because we know that that should have some effect. Let's try and find Grease. F G. Oh no, I accidentally pressed the home button, end button. Come on, Grease. Grease, okay. So, one object or a 10-foot by 10-foot square. It's going to last for only 2 rounds. A grease spell covers a solid surface with a layer of slippery grease. Any creature entering the area or caught in it when the spell is cast must make a successful reflex save or slip, skid, and fall. Alright, well let's cast that then and create a quick 10-foot radius Got some tokens somewhere. That 10-foot radius means that it's going to be about that big. So we're going to cast it there. Might just slightly catch... I mean, it's going to catch Akihito and maybe slightly Mirok as well. Any creature entering the area or caught in it when the spell is cast must make a successful reflex save. And that is going to be against DC 14. So we've got 3... I just realised that there were 2 Grimlocks that didn't even come to assist last time. But okay, so these 3 Grimlocks, their reflex save is 4. So we're looking at 10s for them. 2 failures, and the one on the right, he succeeds. So we'll add a... I don't know, this symbol is slipped over. Akihito, his reflex is 4, so he needs a 10 as well. He fails. And Mirok, his reflex is -3. Goodness. Oh, he rolled a 16, so that's 13. So he still fails, unfortunately. Right, come on, Akihito. Well, let's just put him there for a second so that we can actually deal with things. Right, so all of those have fallen down. And let me just make a note that I have cast that spell. So, Grease. Right, Fenton is going to move forward another 20 feet. He can move quite comfortably because he's a halfling, but we're only moving 15 feet with Valdis, but in fact it is Mirok's turn next. Mirok, I suppose, well, he's going to try and stand up. Let's just double check. Let's see, let's go to stand up. It might be under prone, perhaps. Prone. Lying on the ground, a prone character has a -4 penalty to armor class and -4 penalty to melee attack rolls. Such a character can make ranged attacks only with a crossbow. An attacker gets a +4 bonus when attacking a prone character with a melee attack and a -4 penalty when doing so with a ranged weapon. Standing up from prone is a move equivalent action. A character may assume a prone position on purpose to gain extra defense against ranged attacks, or the position may result from tripping, falling, being overrun, or some other such event. Standing up normally, I believe, would cause an attack of opportunity. We will just quickly head over to our combat section to double check that. So move equivalent actions, stand up from prone, attack of opportunity, no. There you go. That's a surprise. That doesn't seem right, but let's check the 3.5 book. So I feel that that must have changed. I'm sure that standing up often caused an attack of opportunity against you. Let's try and find exactly where that is. Okay, move action. Stand up from prone. Yes, right, so there's a difference that we can see between 3rd edition and 3.5. But anyway, nobody is quite in range to attack him. I mean, potentially you could argue this one is, but we'll just say not. So as a move action, he will be able to stand up, and then I guess he's going to be able to attack with a +4 bonus against this Grimlock here. So he's going to have +6 in total. But what did we read for being prone? That the prone character has a -4 to armor class, I think. Which would imply that you're sort of getting a +8 bonus in total to attacking prone characters. Let me just double check. So, lying on the ground, a pro character has -4 penalty to armor class. An attacker gets a +4 bonus when attacking a prone character. So it's quite significant if someone is prone then. So the armor class normally for the Grimlock is 15, so that goes down to 11. And Mirok's going to get a +6 to attack. He rolls a 5, +6. So it is 11, so he only just hits. Which is a surprise. And he's doing 1d6 points of damage. 3. Now I'm again going to consult the 3.5 edition Player's Handbook to see if that stacking of penalties is still there. So, lying on the ground, an attacker who is prone has a -4 penalty to melee attack rolls and cannot use a ranged weapon. A defender who is prone gains +4 bonus to armor class against ranged attacks, but takes a -4 penalties to armor class against melee attacks. So, let me just head over to the combat section again. And I'll double check this against 3rd edition, make sure there's not an issue with how this is printed out. Or something. Okay. Attack roll modifiers. Okay, it doesn't give an attack roll modifier for attacking someone on the ground. The only thing there is if you are on higher ground, which I don't think is relevant to this. And armor class modifiers are -4 if you are prone. That's if the defender is prone. So let's try and find that same table in the Player's Handbook. I realise that you cannot actually see what I'm checking here, so that's why I'm trying to read out what I find. But it seems here that the numbers have changed significantly between editions here. Right, that's magic. Let's try and find the combat zone. There we go. Right. Right, we should have a table somewhere that's showing the... Right, attack roll modifiers. Here we go. So, defender is prone, +4 to attack. Okay, that's one thing. Now, to me, it seems like there's an error somewhere here. Can't find exactly where the prone description is within this combat section. I'll only look for a moment or more before I move on. Well, I mean, as far as I can see, it's not very well explained. I'll try and search through this document for prone, but as far as I can tell, we'll just go along with what was in the glossary there, and we'll address it later. So, Gothram now is going to need to try and make a save to stay alive. He rolled a 9. He's almost dead, which is going to be a real shame. He's one of my favourites. No, I mean, this is an interesting point to consider, I suppose. There is a metagame tactical way of dealing with issues, which I suppose most players do. And I always have a problem with that, because it's like I'm trying to imagine the situation through the eyes of the characters without having a lot of external knowledge, sort of thing. He decided that he wanted to push on into that room. There was probably a better way of dealing with that situation, but he broke into the room ready for combat. I mean, he rolled badly for initiative and was flat-footed when he got attacked as well, which didn't help, but I'm sure there's often quite a lot of situations where trying to imagine the character and proceed with the game in a non-metagame kind of way ends up with bad situations. In the case of the Grimlocks here, I mean, the first thing I think that they would do, if Mirok hadn't have walked in and the grease hadn't been cast, then they would have grabbed Gotham's body and dragged him away to start devouring, sort of thing. I suppose they're intelligence 10, these creatures, so they're going to try and fend off people before they begin to feast. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, I'm going to try and be conscious of these probable mistakes that I'm making quite a lot of the time. Anyway, Gothram, he's on his way to dying. Valdis, we did his move already, or as I did, slightly out of turn. Akihito, does he have any potions or anything? can see a potion of cure light wounds here, so maybe he will quaff that, and we'll have a quick look to see if that causes an attack of opportunity. I'm just searching through the word prone for a second. In fact, we've got a table here that I'm interested in, so can we see potions on this list somewhere? Climb, draw a weapon, sheath a weapon, ready a shield, loose a shield, open a door, pick up an item, retrieve a stored item. Now, I'm presuming that potions are sort of going to be quite easily accessible on bandoliers or something, so I'm not going to consider that he needs to retrieve a stored item. Change form, use a touch spell, overrun. So standard action, heal a dying character, light a torch, use a skill. Was it in free action? Cast a quicken spell, cease concentration, prepare a spell. Attack with eye bite. Dismiss, drop an item, drop to the floor, speak, make a spellcraft check. We have drink a potion somewhere here. Climb, use a skill, coup de grace, light a torch, change form, load a crossbow, prepare. No. Let's head over to 3.5 again then. Okay, drink a potion is a full round action, sorry, a standard action, and it causes an attack of opportunity. So, Akihito is going to need to try and, well, he might just have to deal with the attack of opportunity. I mean, if he moves out of the way. Now the grease spell has been there for like one round. Let's head over to grease again. Because it deals with moving any creature entering the area or caught in it when the spell is cast must make a successful reflex save. Those that successfully save can move at half speed across the surface. However, those that remain in the area must each make a new saving throw every round to avoid falling and to be able to move. Well, okay, he needs to make the save anyway then. He rolled a 9. He has +4, so that makes only 13, so he's going down anyway. Oh no, he's already down. He's already down. He needs to stand up. But maybe what we'll do is while he's down, he's going to do the... This Grimlock's going to get an attack against him either way, I think. He can drink the potion, but take the hit. He can stand up, and then drink the potion. I guess he'll do that, because there's no attack of opportunity for standing up. There should be, but there isn't. So he's going to stand up. He's going to try and drink the potion as a standard action. The Grimlock's going to get an attack against him. He rolls only a 3, so he misses. Therefore, Akihito is going to heal. Oh, only one hit point plus 3, so only 4 hit points he will heal. Now, I don't know if you're supposed to roll at the beginning or the end of your turn for Grease, really. Any creature entering the area or caught in it when the spell is cast must make the reflex save or slip. Those that successfully save can move at half speed across the surface. However, those that remain in the area must each make a new saving throw every round to avoid falling. To be able to move. Let us quickly look at 3.5 again to see if they define this a little bit better. Whether it's at the start or end of a round. Because I believe it should be at the end, but let's see. The save is repeated on your turn each round that the creature remains within the area. So it's on the wizard's turn by the looks of things. A grease spell covers a solid surface with a layer of slippery grease. Any creature in the area when the spell is cast must make a successful reflex save or fall. This save is repeated on your turn each round that the creature remains within the area. So there you go. It's a it's based on the caster. So the Grimlocks then, this one is able to stand up. This one is able to stand up. Both as move actions, and I guess it's going to be 1 attack against Mirok and 2 attacks against Akihito. So the one against Mirok, he rolls a 7. He has plus 4 for 11. Mirok's armor class is 14. And Akihito's armor class is 14 as well. So we're looking for... Oh, we've got a definite miss and 1 hit, which is going to do 1d8 plus 2. Rolls a 4, so that's 6. So Akihito is down on -2. This is going very, very badly. Now for Rinya then, all saves need to be made again. So these 3 Grimlocks, I mean these 2 are gonna, one of them's gonna kind of edge closer to here. This one is sort of gonna stand by the exit, thinking about leaving. But 3 saves, so we'll go from the left clockwise. 6, an 11, and a 14. Their reflex is 4, so only the first one falls down. Right, Fenton has arrived. He might just be able to see that one Grimlock there. We'll give him sort of like half cover as Fenton takes it. Oh well, no, actually Rinya is going to do something first. I guess that he's going to be able to shoot at this one up here. We're going to head back to our combat section of the book to remind ourselves about shooting. Yeah, okay. Let's go back to our section on shooting. Find it somewhere. Okay, ranged attacks. With a ranged attack, you can shoot or throw at any target that is within the ranged weapon's maximum range and in line of sight. A target is in line of sight if no obstructions are between you and the target. The maximum range for a thrown weapon, blah 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 blah. So, I think if you shoot or throw a ranged weapon at a target that is engaged in melee with an ally, you suffer a -4 penalty to your attack roll because you have to aim carefully to avoid hitting your ally. Two characters are engaged in melee if they are enemies of each other and either threatens the other. If your target, or the part of your target you're aiming at, if it's a big target, is at least 10 feet away from the nearest ally, you can avoid the -4 penalty even if the creature you're aiming at is engaged in melee with an ally. We don't have precise shot. Now there's something here about potentially causing cover as well. So let's go to our section on cover. Right, if you're behind a creature of the same size, you get a +4 cover bonus. So, I mean, this guy is not exactly... Yeah, I mean, he should technically be in combat with Mirok, I suppose. So overall, he's getting +4 armor class. Rinya's getting -4 to hit. So it's -8 in total, we'll just say. So the armor class for the Grimlock is... where is it? 15. So we're looking at trying to get a 23 on the roll here. He's +5 to hit. It's possible. No, he only got 20 in total. It's a shame. So Fenton then, he's going to have the same situation of... I mean, I don't know if it should stack with the Rinya in the way as well, but I'm not going to bother with it because it's quite bad enough anyway. He needs to roll a natural 20 basically. No, he rolls a 13. And Mirok. In fact, that guy's on the floor as well, so it would have been even more difficult. Mirok, I suppose, is going to try and attack the opponent here, who's on the floor, so he's getting +8 in total, essentially. So he rolls a 6, +2 is 8, +8 is 16, so he does hit for 1d6 points of damage. 4 damage here. Right, and now Gotham is going to need to make a save. He's failed, so he's on -9. Almost dead. Valdis will be able to make his way a little bit further up the tunnel and get stuck behind everyone else. Akihito's saving. He rolled a 4, so clicked on the wrong one there. So he's now on -3. And the Grimlocks are going to try and stand up. This one will stand up, and then I suppose we should be able to make an attack against Mirok. He misses. This one will maybe try and pick up Akihito to grab him away. I think that Mirok will get an attack of opportunity against him. He gets 17, so it does hit for 1d6 damage. So he can move at half speed away. So he's going to go sort of 15 feet over here, dragging Akihito with him, ready for tasting later. And this one, I guess, is going to attack Mirok as well, but he misses. Right. Rinya cast the spell. It should last for 2 rounds. So it lasted 1 whole round up until everyone made another save. And then it's got another whole round, so it should disappear now, the grease. I guess he's going to try another shot at this guy here. He rolled a 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, but we're looking for 23, so no such luck. And what does Fenton have? He's got Cure Light Wounds, which would be very useful for Gothram, but he can't get to Gothram. I mean, I suppose Mirok should be trying to edge through a little bit more to let other people into the room. Fenton, I suppose, is going to make another shot. He needs a natural 20. No, it's a 16. So now Mirok will edge through a little bit so that people can actually... I mean, he's setting himself up for a flank here, but it's going to be required to attack this Grimlock here. He rolls only an 8, so it's 10 in total, so no luck. And then we need this all-important roll for Gothram. Oh my goodness, that is actually a 0. As unlikely as that might seem, he has stabilized. Good lord. I'm as shocked as anyone. Valdis. Not much at the moment. I mean, he could shoot through as well, I suppose, but it's a very tight shot. Akihito needs to save. He fails. And then the Grimlocks. So let's just take a look at flanking. Do they both get the flank bonus? Or only one? Flanking, flanking, flanking. Where is flanking? If If you are making a melee attack against a creature and an ally directly opposite you is threatening the creature, you and your ally flank the creature. You gain a +2 bonus on your attack roll. Yeah, so they both get a +2 bonus. So, armor class 14. They have +4, which becomes +6. So 2 hits. 2d8 +4. That's 13. So Mirok is down. And we move on to Rinya. I mean, he might need to draw his sword, but Burning Hands would work well here. But I wonder if it would, you know, burn up Mirok and Gothram. I suppose he's going to have to do another shot with his bow and then draw his sword. So at that Grimlock right head, this time no penalties. He rolls a 12. He gets +5 to hit for 17, so that's a hit. And he's going to do 1d8 points of damage. He rolls a 5, that is a dead Grimlock. And yeah, he's going to draw his sword, take a 5-foot step. Fenton will come forward a little bit. He's going to have the penalties against shooting this one, but he'll try anyway. So we're looking for another 20 here. No. Mirok needs to make a save. Nope, he rolls a 7. Puts him on -5. Gothram is stable now, thankfully. Valdis, well, he can't do too much at the moment either. Akihito makes a save. He does actually roll a 0 there. But I mean, is that Grimlock going to just devour him? Oh, he's stable, so yeah. We'll start off with this Grimlock who's going to try and attack at Rinya. It's going to be a hit. Rinya's armor class is 18, but he gets 21, so he deals 1d8 +2. That's 8 points of damage. That puts him on 0. And I guess this Grimlock is likely to come forward. Let's put this other one to the back. And try and attack as well. That hits for 6 damage. So Rinya's down. This might be a PPK, as they call it. Rinya will try and make the save. Nope. Fenton can now try and take a shot here. He misses. Mirok makes a save. Nope, he fails, so he's on -6. Gothram is stable. Valdis, I guess, will try and make a shot as well, so he's at essentially -8. Short bow is +5. So I think that we're looking for, let's see, armor class 23. He rolled a 20. Good lord. Let's see if it's critical. It's not a critical, just normal damage. So 1d6 points of damage. It's 5. Akihito is stable. The Grimlocks. This one, I guess, is going to drag Mirok away this time. Let's put a red one for dying. 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 Gotham is still here, by the way. This Grimlock, I guess, will step onto the body of Rinya to try and attack at Fenton. He gets 17 in total. I think that's going to be a hit. Fenton's armor class is only 12. So Fenton takes 10 points of damage. This is a complete disaster. Fenton is in the process of dying. Rinya will roll to try and stabilize. He rolls a 1, so he's still dying. Fenton will roll to stabilize. He rolls a 5, so he is dying. Mirok, he needs to roll as well. He rolls a 1. He is still dying. Gothram is stable. Valdis, he's going to take a shot. He rolls a 9. He gets +5 to his attack, giving him 14. Missing by 1. Akihito is stable. This Grimlock, I guess, is going to step forward to try and kill off Valdis. Misses. Rinya rolls a 4. He's still dying. Fenton rolls a 4, so he is still dying. Mirok. I mean, I think at this point possibly the Grimlocks at the back there will have started devouring their prey. Valdis will take another step back and try and do another shot. Nope, it's another miss. Akihito, will say, is now essentially dead as he starts being feasted upon, and Mirok is essentially dead as well. Rinya needs to roll that 0. Oh my goodness, I really did again. Not that it's going to make much difference, I feel. Yep, so he's stable. Fenton, he only rolls a 5 though. Mirok is dead, let's get rid of him. Akihito is dead, let's get rid of him. Gothram is stable. Valdis is going to make another shot. He rolls an 8. So that only makes 13 in the end. Doesn't hit. So the Grimlock's going to step forward, try and attack again. He misses. This Grimlock's going to join in the feast. They're going to be occupied with those two at the moment. Rinya saved. Fenton, he rolls a 2. misses taking another shot. I need to note down that was like 3 shots. Maybe 4 shots it was. Let's write 4 just because I think it was. Alright. Oh, again, awful. I guess he is too scared. So the guard will step forward again, trying to kill him. He rolls a 1 though. Let's roll a d6. Okay, well, he just misses then. He doesn't fall over or something silly. Fenton. He loses another hit point. Let's have a look. Valdis. I mean, his short sword is better, so I mean, I'm wondering if he will simply drop his bow. What's his base attack bonus? Base attack bonus is 1, so he can quick draw, I think. No, you need a feat to quick draw. Let's just try and find that. Just confirm feats. Quick draw. You can draw a weapon as a free action instead of as a move equivalent action. Also, you can do a move action and then dropping something. I think must be a free action. Drop an item is free action. So yeah, he can drop his bow, quickly draw his short sword and attack with that. Oh, but he got a 2. Goodness sake. So the Grimlock will attack him back. This time he's going to hit. 1d8 plus 2 damage. He's rolled a 7. That's 9 damage. Almost dead. Let's roll for Fenton. He got a 2. Valdis will try and attack again. Come on. Alright, goodness. He's absolutely useless. I think he might die at this point now, so... What's his armor class? 16. The Grimlock hits and does 3 points of damage. So, that is the end. This Grimlock is going to feast upon Valdis. There is a slight chance that Gothram and Rinja might be able to somehow escape, but it's very unlikely. I'm just going to do the rest of the rolls for Fenton. So he fails the first one. Which puts him on -8. Fails the next one, puts him on -9. And fails the last one for -10. So, thus ends this party. Unless I can come up with an extremely clever way to get them out of this situation. They will all be devoured by Grimlocks. So, we will pick up next time either with a new party or with some Deus Ex Machina that gets us out of the situation, but otherwise we can safely say that that was a complete failure. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.